Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for mid-October 2023. We are just going to jump right in here, Cancer. You start off with this Come to the Edge card and this Unfinished Symphony card here. The Come to the Edge card kind of says that you have to take some sort of leap of faith, and it's a card of like amazing results that are, or just results that are waiting for you. But it's funny that you have that Unfinished Symphony card, because it's like, maybe you need to push it a little bit harder on something, or like kind of, go a little bit farther to finish a project, business, or, whatever it is you're working on. It doesn't matter, like wherever you are wanting success. And, it's like something that's unfinished, but I feel like the results are going to be amazing. You have this treasure chest card right here, which says reaping rewards. So they're like big rewards that are waiting for you to finish, So I kind of feel like you just have to finish something, especially if you have something that's like half finished, right? If you have like a project, or maybe even working on a book, or whatever you've been working on in life. It's only like 50% done, or I kind of feel like it's more than 50% done, but, I think you're kind of like at the very close to the finish line, and you just need to kind of like, keep going and not stop here. One of my favorite books of all time, The War of Art, the author talks about how, we feel the most resistance when we are closest to the finish line. Meaning that when we are closest to success, that's when we experience the most, kind of things getting in our way. And I definitely feel that here. You have this Come to the Edge card, which again, it's a card that says amazing results are awaiting you, but you have to push yourself to that point where you would normally give up. And it makes perfect sense with the Unfinished Symphony card. It's like there's something amazing that you're creating. You're hoping for an amazing result, and everything just needs to come together now. Is kind of what I feel. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Empress. Again, a lot of abundance. I mean, look at this right here, is amazing. Empress, Star, Wheel of Fortune. That is a lot of luck, a lot of success. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, something is just waiting for you to plant seeds in it. Sorry, I don't know why my alarm's going off. I've been up for days, but right here, you see these empty fields behind him. All he has to do is plant seeds in those fields, and they will grow. So again, I feel for a lot of you that you just need to kind of like put the work in. I'm wondering, just looking around here, it's almost like you don't know, it's almost like you're not sure what your next steps should be. If you're working on something specific, like a project, business, you could even be working on a relationship, or towards having a relationship, like whatever you're trying to improve. It's almost as if you don't know what your next steps should be, but I feel like you do. You just have to, it's like you're hesitating with the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Temperance card here. Temperance says you have the power to turn a negative into a positive. You can also turn a positive into a negative with the Temperance card. Temperance is a card of patience, but I don't really feel patience here. I feel more alchemy. He is turning water into wine. It says you can turn one thing into another. You just have to kind of like put in the work. So that's what I would do there. You have the Empress. Of course, definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. If you want attention, by the way, this is amazing. Anytime we have the Empress and the Star, that is like glow up vibes. It doesn't matter what gender you are either. This just says that you can put yourself out there, and you will get a lot of attention. So, I feel like there is a lot of attention available to you. Especially in love, if you want love, but it could also be in like work, business. I always say, with these cards, if you want a raise or a promotion, this to me would be a sign or a symbol that it's time to ask for one, because, the Empress is like a lot of abundance, you being seen as being able to create abundance as well. And the Star is attention. So, let's see what is going on here. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have this Empathy card. I'm using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to clarify, by the way. So you have this Empathy card. I do feel you could be attracting like a Knight of Pentacles person. They might be a little slow. They might be taking their time in moving towards you, but I do feel there could be like a good, solid connection coming in for you. With the Temperance card, you have the Appreciation card. This is also a card of abundance. You can see here, there's a cornucopia right here, and cornucopias represent abundance. I also feel that you could be receiving guidance for whatever reason. You could be, it's like the universe is guiding you towards success, or towards, it's almost like you're getting the answers you need on like what next steps to take. Again, this first row is very clear to me. For whatever reason, it's saying that you're not sure. Again, I feel like you think you're not sure what next step to take to move forward in whatever it is that you're working on. But really you do. I feel like you do. You're just like hesitating. With the Empress, you have the seduction card. Yeah, I feel like you're very seductive at this time. So if you want love, I would definitely put yourself out there. I feel like there could be a lot of love, or there could be a lot of attention that's coming in for you here. It could be something really great. So, again, someone is interested in you. You have the Knight of Swords here as well. So again, if you're looking for love, I definitely feel you could be attracting someone soon. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this mermaid. It says, be careful what you wish for. You have this treasure chest. It says, success, reaping the rewards. So I feel like there are definitely rewards coming in for you here. We have the star. So the star can also represent like luck or rewards, good things coming in, hope, faith, renewal, right? So I feel like you're feeling much more guided in life. I feel these rewards could be that you are understanding the direction that you need to go in. You have the Knight of Wands, the Star, and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Wands can represent going on adventure. Everyone gets the Knight of Wands nowadays, and I really do feel the universe is asking pretty much everyone to go on adventures, to try new things, to do things differently in life, or to go have new experiences. All that other stuff is what I would do here. So definitely time for you to kind of like go on adventures here. I feel also it would be time for you, if you're thinking about moving, by the way, this right here would definitely be a move. You have the Chariot, Ten of Swords. I think it would be a great time for you to move if you're thinking of doing that. You have the Star here, probably your most important card here. The Star is like having a North Star. It is having, that one thing that you work towards in life that you want to accomplish. And so I do feel that if you have one thing to focus on, that will be creating a lot of success for you. But if you don't have a North Star, then I feel like you need to get one or you need to get something that will, kind of like guide you in a direction or, help you be more successful. So I kind of feel like you are being guided at this time with the Star. You have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is like rushing forward. It is hasty energy, but I actually kind of like this because you go up to the Chariot. The Knight of Swords can represent kind of like being too hasty or moving too quickly or whatever. But, in a lot of ways, I feel this is saying that you need to take control, towards working towards some sort of dream. The reason I say that is you go up to the Four Swords and there's a person in this stained glass window on the Four Swords. And that person is like blessing the other person. I'll show you at the end, but, it's almost like you're hoping or praying for some sort of blessing. I feel like you're getting it because again, the Four Swords is showing up in the area of the good stuff. But I also feel the Chariot and the Knight of Swords are kind of saying you need to make it happen. The Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. The Chariot says, basically that you need to take control. And if you do that, then you'll find success. With the Knight of Wands, you have my fancy couple card. Yes, this is the acquisition card. And, it's kind of, you can see there's this fancy couple here. So if you're looking for love, I definitely feel there could be a new person coming in for you. I feel like this person's a little wild. I think they have a wild side. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that it's probably a good thing. I feel like maybe they're kind of just more, I feel like they live life creatively. Let's put it that way. I kind of feel like they kind of follow their own rules. And, that's what you could be attracting here. I feel like there's a lot of attraction between the two of you. With the Star, you have this manipulation card. This is actually a good card. It's a card of manipulating energy. So, this is Jupiter and Scorpio. And so this card is about using your powers of manifestation to get what you want. And, I think that it would be a great time to do that. I would practice gratitude. You have that appreciation card. And, one of the easiest ways to attract something into your life is to appreciate it, is to have gratitude for it, even when you don't have it. So, I think that would be good for you. This is also the as above, so below card. And right next to it, you have the Chariot. Chariot is as above, so below. He's got stars in his canopy. He's got moons on his shoulders. Literally just represents as above, so below. So, I think that practicing your manifestation would be a really good idea. With the Knight of Swords, you have this order card. I wouldn't rush anything. Like, again, if you're meeting a person in love, for example, I would do things in order. Like, don't try to rush something here. Same thing in business. It's like, while I think this reading is asking you to, to not hesitate and to kind of like push yourself to that point where you'd normally give up so that you can get these amazing results that could be coming in for you. I also feel it's saying like, do things in order, do things as they're supposed to be done. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this porcupine spirit says time for a beginner mind. You have this lion that says be generous of spirit. I think generosity would be another good energy for you to be in. The porcupine, I feel, is saying like, as you kind of finish up this last part of your journey or whatever you're working on here, just don't be afraid to try new things. This comes up for everyone. I think that it's because we're kind of like in a time of innovation, and we're in a time where the universe is asking us to break free from convention. So, I think this is true for everyone. I think that if you're like working on anything, if you're working towards something, like try new ways. Don't be afraid of your new ideas because they might be just so crazy that they will work. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Chariot, and the Two of Swords. Big change in your fortunes here. So I feel like that didn't work. There we go. Things are really turning in your favor here. And I feel that you are going to be very fortunate. I am also getting here that you need to take control. Again, we can take control of the Wheel of Fortune with our vibrations. There's a snake right here. And we see a lot of stuff about your vibes or your energy in this reading. We can also pay attention with the wheel. The whole point of the wheel is that good things and bad things will always happen in life. That's part of your life. That's how things go. And you want to be at the center of the wheel, right there in the middle. When you live in the center of the wheel, when you see challenges come your way or bad things or whatever, however you look at it, you want to double down on those things or you want to take care of them right away. And most people, they have a challenge, they have like a bill that shows up and they hide it or they throw it out or whatever, right? So this says don't create bigger problems by ignoring things that you could solve, right? And then it says when good things happen, you want to double down on those things as well. It's like, what do most people do when they get a raise at work, for example? They go out and have dinner, which is great. You should be celebrating your successes, but it's like, how can you get more out of it instead? Like, how can you, should you take a little bit of that money, extra money that you got and, invest it? Should you make it more? Like, whatever. It's like, how can you double down on your successes with the Wheel of Fortune? There's like a million different things you could do. Of course, do your research, learn, right? People always are like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, there's like 1.5 billion answers on YouTube for like anything that happens, right? Pretty simple. Do your research. We're in a time, the reason I say this all the time too is because that's the time that we're in. Plain and simple. We have to the universe is like, I'm not going to hold your freaking hand. You have to figure it out for yourself. You have to save yourself. We are in a time of saving yourself. Trust me. Neptune is moving into Aries in 2026, which is like everybody's going to be looking for a savior. And it's like, if you're looking for someone to save you, that is like a one-way ticket to hell, really, is what it is, because no one can save you. The universe is like, no, you have to save yourself. And you have the Chariot here, which is about saving yourself. So definitely a big victory coming in for you with this reading. We see so many cards of success. You even end with this card that says, you will be great success. So, there you go. But there's definitely a victory coming in. With the Chariot, I would say, like, don't be afraid to set yourself apart. The Chariot is leaving the city behind him and the whole point of that is that he's going in new directions. He's trying something new, or he's doing something to set himself apart. So, it'd be an amazing time for you to set yourself apart with the Chariot. Again, I do feel like some of you could be moving this way. The Ten of Swords is showing up in the area of the good stuff in your reading here, so it's going to be good no matter what, but Ten of Swords can simply be an ending and you moving on to somewhere else. You have the Two of Swords here. Two of Swords can represent being stuck. We said at the beginning of the reading that it seems to me like I don't know if you're like stuck necessarily, but I kind of feel like you need to push through that little the last like 10 feet before you get to the finish line. And just believe in yourself here. Really, it's just that simple. So let's see where this is going. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have this versatility card. Yeah, it would be as flexible as possible. Again, we said this already. Like, the old ways aren't going to work anymore. Again, I really feel the universe is trying to get people to educate themselves and learn new ways of doing things. With the Chariot, you have the Patience card. Yeah, I feel like you have been very patient. And again, you're at like the finish line here. I feel like you're about to, have some sort of big success, or it's like you're charging towards success. With the Two of Swords, you have this egotism card. And I think we need an ego. It drives me nuts when I hear like spiritual teachers talk about ego, because if you didn't have an ego, you wouldn't survive, number one. Number two, if you don't have an ego, then if you truly don't have an ego, which is impossible, I think we need to have an ego for a reason, then people who do have an ego, who are like narcissists and stuff like that, will steamroll you in life if you can't defend yourself. So, again, we need to have an ego. But what I would say here is that your ego could be preventing you from moving forward with that Two of Swords in some way. It's like, it doesn't even have to be a bad thing. Again, it could just be that you think you know the right way to do something when there's another way to do something in your life where you're kind of blocked or you're not moving forward. So it just says, like, look for other ways of doing things, like I've been saying this whole entire time. Next, you have this luck card. Here you go. This is showing up in the area of the good stuff. Anything you do now will be very prosperous for you. If you believe that you are lucky, you'll create an abundance mindset. There you go. You will be a great success, but you will have to go through it to get there. There's lessons to be learned. Again, showing up in the good stuff. I feel like you've been through it. I feel like you've been kind of like learning the lessons or having to learn certain lessons in your life. I feel like you've been going through these, challenges and difficulties, and now you're finally getting a break. You have the Four of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. The Four of Swords really tells me that you are kind of getting a break. It's kind of weird. You're the only sign so far that has had this, like that has had something about, getting a break, feeling like you can rest, relax, recover. Although I just did the readings for the week of the 16th, I think it was, or whatever. And pretty much everyone, which is the middle of the month, and this is a mid-monthly reading, everyone had something about resting, relaxing, recovering. So, it kind of makes sense that it's coming up here. I do also, again, there's a person right here who is blessing another person in this window. And so I feel like you've been praying for blessings, and it's like you're getting what you've been praying for, or something like that is happening. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well. Nine of Pentacles, of course, is a card of independence. It is a card of kind of receiving rewards for the work that you're doing. And so I feel like there are big rewards coming in for you here. And, this is because of the work that you've done in your life. I feel like you need to stay focused, like keep your eye on the prize type of energy is what I'm getting here. She has this falcon on her hand, and again, that represents her focus. She is really, really focusing on making something happen. And so I feel like you need to stay focused. You have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is, kind of something being dead, done, over with. It is showing up in the good stuff. And the good side of the Ten of Swords is that it can represent, kind of like a blessing in disguise. So I feel for some of you that you could be seeing how something that didn't work out in the past, we actually see it right here. You have the Knight of Wands down to the Ten of Swords. The Knight of Wands could say that there was like an inconsistent situation in your life, and it's like you're seeing how that not working out is a good thing. Yeah, look, with the Four of Swords, you have this riches card. I love this card. Definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. I mean, like I've said a million times before, I really feel as we move forward over the next, decade, that water signs are kind of like in a position to show other people how it's done. It's like water sign time now. It's the time for the water signs to shine, right? But that doesn't mean it's going to come easily. You're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to do something to stand out. Star is about being a living example for other people. So you're going to have to do something to be a living example. That could be overcoming an obstacle. That could be, starting a business. That could be you getting into a relationship where you keep the romance alive and you're an example for other people. If you do those things, you will get your riches. So again, it's not going to be easy. I'm sick and tired of the comments of people that are like, you said I was going to make $1 billion overnight, and here I am on, just living on my couch and nothing has happened. Yes, exactly. I make it very freaking clear that you have to put the work in. Tarot's not magic. If you think tarot's magic, you shouldn't be watching it in the first place. With the Nine of Pentacles, here you go. You have the enthusiasm card. If you follow your enthusiasm, you will be very successful. We are in a time where we have to follow our heart. We have to follow our desire. Your reading literally says this with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, he follows his heart. He desires to do something. He is enthusiastic, and that's all the confirmation he needs. He doesn't need some, tarot reader on YouTube to be like, oh, go do this. He just feels excited. So there you go. You don't need to watch me. All you need to do is follow your enthusiasm, plain and simple. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Domination card. Yes, you are coming out on top for sure. Again, I do feel like something is dead, done, over with, but again, it's probably like a blessing in disguise here. So let's see. We're pulling 5 main themes. You have this happiness card. I do feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you. I feel like you're going to feel as we move through the end of this year, I feel like you're feeling happier and happier. You have this death card. It says pay attention to your work. I see just a lot of abundance, so I would pay attention. I would also make sure you're doing what's important. I think it's super critical that every single person alive right now is doing what's efficient. I'm telling you right now, just based off the astrology, if you're doing things that are a waste of time that don't need to be done, you are going to get a spanking from the universe. The universe is going to make you tired. The universe is going to give you COVID, like it happened to me or whatever, right? So you need to focus on efficiency. And yeah, that's what I'd be doing. You have this purse card. Pay attention to your finances. I feel like your finances are actually really good. You have all these success cards, but again, I wouldn't be spending like crazy. You have this carrot. It says opportunity or windfall. Yes, we see all these cards of riches and opportunity and good things coming in. You have this rabbit. It says too much concern with sexual matters. I would be careful if you meet a person who has too much concern, but really, I kind of feel like you're entering into a time of abundance. Again, rabbits are symbols of abundance, and they can also represent taking a big leap. So, I kind of feel there's a lot of abundance coming in here, but pretty good reading here for you, Cancer. So, thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.